Hi, and welcome to another video from the Motley Fool. I'm Owen Benelak, and I have here with me Maynard Payton,
Hello.
who is, hi Maynard, he's the editor of the Motley Fool site. He has the moniker TMF Main on the site, but I've always known him as Mystic Maynard, because in 2003, Maynard predicted to the day, the bottom of the bear market at the time, and he did this using something called the yield gap.
That's correct. It was, I wouldn't like to sort of predict again the bottom of the market, but it was, I think, more...
Let's just go back to 2003 for now.
Okay, but at the time, shares were in the tech crash. Shares had fallen from almost 7,000. The FTSE 100 was almost hit 7,000 at the end of 1999, and the market had crashed by 50%, down to 3,287 on the 12th of March 2003. Now, at that time, the yield on the FTSE 100 surpassed 4%, and also it surpassed the 4%. On gilts, which is the first time ever for us, I think, since the 1950s or 60s. So at that time, the reverse yield gap turned into the yield gap, and it was a clear-cut buying signal.
Yeah, I mean, I think there may have been an instance briefly in the 73, 74 market, but in general, ever since the 50s, gilts have yielded more than equities because you want to get the growth from equities, so that's why you favour them over gilts. Yeah. But the interesting thing now is, even though Maynard regularly celebrates every year that particular time he was right, 12th
of March,
it's a celebration around Maynard's house. At the moment, he surely is buying the market hand over fist because the yield gap is 2%. The market is yielding about 3.8%, and the yield on gilts is 1.8%.
That's correct. So again, we're in this situation where shares yield more than gilts. This time could be different because this yield gap has existed for some time now, since July last year. So you could say the market's been flashing by, but it's been flashing by every day now for some time. QE is the I guess the reason why central banks buying bonds, pushing down the yields to what I think are somewhat ridiculously low levels compared to shares.
Exactly. Normally this would work because people would be moving from one asset class to another. So as they get less interested in bonds, the yield would go up, and then as they're more interested in equities, the yield on equities go down. At the moment, because banks are printing tons of money and of course forcing pension funds to buy bonds, everything that is pushing down the yield on bonds, and so possibly this measure isn't what it used to be.
That's right. I think we're in different times now, but I still think the market sort of, if you've got the choice between the two, and comparing the yields on both bonds and shares, the shares are a clear winner, especially when you think of companies such as BP, Glaxo, Vodafone, large cap shares raising their dividends of late. So you're still getting a growing dividend yield on shares in general. I think you must be desperate if you wish to get an income from bonds at the moment. Would I go as far as stupid? Probably yes, I would.
You actually went slightly further before we switched the camera on, because Maynard has a fine legal mind as well as an investing mind.
That's true, yes.
So I think that it could have been that it's been flashing for a year. It might not have, but at the moment, definitely, we don't think the bonds are a great bargain. Possibly shares are, but not necessarily.
Shares do not look like an outstanding bargain as they were 12th of March 2003, but I think they look much better value than bonds at the moment.
Okay, well, that's great, Maynard. Thanks very much, and we'll see you again soon.